Hey y'all, so I'm back at it again with another client tutorial makeup video, and I'm just gonna go right into it. So I am filling in her eyebrows with Anastasia Dip Brow in dark brown, which I feel like is a really universal color or eyebrow color for everyone or almost everyone. It just depends on how dark you use it. Then I'm going to clean up her brows with some concealer. I like to use the Wet n Wild concealer brushes because they're really small and they're like $1. But the concealer that I'm using is Tarte Shape Tape. I don't know the shade, but that's what I'm using to clean up her brows, and I will be using that on her face as well. So yeah, just gonna go ahead and clean that up, make sure her brows are sharp and real cute. Then I'm going to take that same concealer and put it all over her eyelids like a base for the eyeshadows. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. concealer brush, which I love that brush, but they're sold out everywhere. I'm just going to blend that all in so it's even and not patchy or, anything else but what it's supposed to be. I'm going to start doing the eyeshadows. So I don't know exactly what eyeshadow I use, but it's from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's my favorite palette, and I use this palette for all kinds of looks. So I'm just using a blending brush, putting that color in her crease. It's like a warm color just to start with the transition. And then just going to continue to move forward. Then I'm going to take a darker shade and just use that in her outer corner just to blend everything together, make it a little warmer, add some more dimension, I guess, to her eyes. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just adding that. I don't really have like a rhyme or reason to how I do eyeshadow. I just blend stuff together till it looks good. So sometimes I only use like 2 shadows. Sometimes I use like 3 or 4 or 5 shadows just to give it the perfect blend. It just depends. Anyways, going back in with that concealer and Wet n Wild brush, going to cut the crease and basically make another base for me to put shadow on top. I'm using the same Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use this rose gold shade for her lid. So once I use the rose gold shade, I'm going to go back into that dark color that I use in her outer corner and add that to blend into the rose gold so it's not, looking ugly. So I'm just going to continue to blend that in, and then I'm going to go back into the first transition shade to blend out the edges of the shadow that I put on for her outer corner so it all looks blended together smoothly. So once everything is blended, I'm going to go in with the NYX matte black eyeliner, the liquid eyeliner, and just give her a slight wing, nothing too dramatic, just something slight. And then I'm going to also do a double wing liner using their white liquid liner just to give it a little extra razzle dazzle. Then I'm going to prime her face so I can start with the skin portion of her makeup. So the primer that I'm using is the Benefit Pearl primer. I don't know, I just picked it up in Ulta to try it and I love it on everyone's face that I've been using it on so far. It makes it really smooth. It kind of works with dry to normal skin and it gives it like a dewy look. Then I'm going to go in with lashes. So these lashes are from the beauty supply store. I probably should have used longer lashes, but these were cute, I guess. So yeah, they're just regular lashes. Then I'm going to go in with her foundation. So the foundation I'm using is from Smashbox. It's the Photo Ready foundation. I think it's in the shade 335, but more than likely I mixed it with something darker. So I always mix my foundations together. But I think her color was 335, and then I probably mixed with something darker. Or 3.35, I think that's what it's called. Then I'm going to use that same foundation to clean up her brows. So I don't like to use concealer to go over the top of the brows. I just like to use foundation because I don't like halo brows. So keep that in mind when you're cleaning up your brows. Try to use foundation unless you like the halo brow look. So once I blend that out with a foundation brush, I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and just blend everything all together so it looks really smooth. There's no extra foundation. It just starts to look like skin after you blend out the foundation with a beauty blender because I don't like when makeup looks really cakey. I like when it looks like skin. So that's what I'm doing. Going to take that same concealer that I used under her brows to highlight her face. So going in her eyes, her nose, her forehead, and her chin. Also above her lip, I think. So I'm just going to go and put that concealer there, blend it out with a beauty blender. Then I'm going to, once I blend everything out with the beauty blender, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick. I think this is in the color Chestnut. I think that's what it's called. And just contour her face. So I can bring some more color back into her face, give her like a slight tan, make everything look cute.
I just bought the same one. Now I know I'm doing something right. I know I'm doing something right.
So once I blend that out, once I blend that out, I'm going to set her face. I think what I'm using is the banana powder. So it's just a regular Benefit banana powder. Just going to use that to bake her face, set her concealer. Not really bake too much because she has normal to dry skin, so she didn't really need to. The powder that I'm using to set her contour is the MAC Pro Longwear Powder Foundation. I don't know. It's a MAC powder in the color dark tan or something like that. I don't know. Something tan. But using that to set her contour and then also contour her nose. Then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush to dust off that foundation, or not the foundation, dust off the powder that I put on her forehead and nose and chin. And before I dust off the powder under her eyes, I'm going to smudge her bottom lash line with the same eyeshadows that I used on the top. So just to prevent any fallout on her face, I leave the powder on that's under her eyes, do the eyeshadow under her eyes, and then dust away the powder. I'm also going to go in with a black eyeliner from NYX just to put on her waterline. Then I'm going to use the same, what's it called? Elf concealer brush to dust away that powder that's under her eyes. I like to use a smaller brush just because it gets in the crevices. Yeah. Then I'm going to use a blush. So these brushes are from BH Cosmetics, and the blush I'm using is from Elf. I don't know the name of it. Then I'm going to spray her face with Fix Plus. So I like to spray my client's face with Fix Plus just because it makes all the powders like melt into her face, make it look less dry, gives it like a glow kinda. I don't use this as a setting spray though. Then for her lips, I'm going to go in with MAC Chestnut Lip Liner. And then I'm going to go in with, I believe I used Honey Love lipstick. After I use Honey Love lipstick, I'm going to go in with, I believe it's the NYX Butter Gloss in, I don't know, creme brulee maybe? I don't know. It's a really light color just to give it more color. I don't know. Then on top of that, I go in with a clear gloss. And she's all done. I spray her face with the Morphe setting spray or the setting mist, and then highlight her face. The highlight I'm using is from Maybelline. It's like the chromatic highlighter. I don't know, something like that, but it's the Maybelline highlighter. Then she's all done. Yeah, that's my client. Isn't she gorgeous? She's like so beautiful. She kind of looks like Jordan Woods. So yeah, she's really pretty. And then I'm done. So if you guys want to see more client videos like this, comment down below. Definitely like the video. Tell me what videos you'd like to see from me, or what looks you want to see on my clients if you're trying to do it on your own clients.
Ooh, I look foreign.
So I'll definitely be happy to practicing more on my clients and doing more client videos, because I love doing these. So just let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.